weight on mass?
How do you measure the mass of a pencil? In this lesson, you will learn how to find the mass of an object by using a balance scale. Let's review. Mass is the amount of matter in an object. Everything has mass. Gases like oxygen and carbon have mass. Gases usually have the least mass because the particles that make up different gases are spaced further apart from each other. Liquids like water and milk have mass. Liquids usually have more mass than gases, but less mass than solids. Solids like wood and steel have mass too. Solids usually have the most mass because the particles that make up different solids are packed very tightly.
Okay. So can somebody tell me what mass is? Well, let's say it first.
Mass is like gas in a container. It's all spread out, so it's like what's in the container.
So can anybody name the three types?
Gas, solid, and liquid.
Okay, so which one has the least amount of mass? Ryan?
Gas,
Which one has the most? And
solid,
which one's like in here? Christopher?
liquid.
Okay.
Just try to hit it in the middle.
Misunderstanding. Thinking that the mass of an object is always related to the size of an object. Let's take a look at this balloon and this baseball. Even though the balloon is bigger, the baseball actually has more mass. We measure the mass of objects in grams and kilograms. To help us understand these different measurements, we use benchmark weights that give us a better idea of different mass and what they feel like. A paperclip has a mass of about 1 gram. A baseball bat has the mass of about 1 kilogram. The prefix kilo equals 1,000. So a baseball bat has the same mass of about 1,000 paperclips. We use different scales to measure the mass of different objects. This is a balance scale. We put objects we want to find the mass of on one side and then put known objects with specific mass on the other until they both even out. This is a kitchen or spring scale. As when we cook, we may use a kitchen scale to help us with the recipe. To measure smaller objects, we use a balance scale. Balance scales are used to measure objects by comparing their mass to a set of known masses. We can use benchmark masses to determine the weight of another object. Known weights have a mass that everyone in the world has agreed on. These known weights are also called standard weights because they would be standard no matter what city, state, or country you're in.
So if we're gonna measure something in the kitchen, what kind of scale would we use? Let's see. So if we're gonna measure something to compare the other objects to, what are we gonna use? John?
Scale,
What kind of scale? Ayana?
balance.
Here? Okay. Your sister?
You would use a measuring cup
Measure what?
to measure like half a cup or teaspoon.
Water. And what else do you use to measure cup?
Milk.
Milk?
A teaspoon.
When would you use a teaspoon to measure?
Milliliters.
Yeah, okay.
Baking soda.
What would you use to measure baking soda?
A measuring cup.
Alright.
1 teaspoon. You can use vanilla.
Yeah. Wanna say something? Say it, go ahead. Want me to come back to you? Chocolate?
A quart.
No. What is a quart? about points. Look, talking about grams and kilograms right now.
We have 1 gram, 10 grams, 100 grams, and 1 kilogram. Now we use abbreviations. So we use G to represent grams, and we use kg to represent kilograms.
So who knows the difference between a gram and a kilogram? Yeah. Is what? Huh? And how much bigger? Who knows that?
Bigger than 100 grams.
No. Travis?
200 more.
No. Tommy?
If it didn't it by over 100.
You're almost right, Chloe.
Like, I think 1,000.
There you go. A kilogram is like 1,000 grams. So like they compared earlier, like a paper clip is 1 gram, but a baseball bat would be 1 kilogram. So it's like 100 or 1,000 paper clips more.
Okay, so here we have a balance scale, and we're going to be using it to measure the mass of this pencil. The first thing we do is place a pencil on one side of the scale. This will make the scale tilt down a little. Now remember, our objective is make sure the balance scale is even on both sides. To do that, we have to add known masses to the other side until it evens out.
So look, how many do you think, how many grams, 1 gram, do you think it would take to balance out the pencil? Sorry.
1K.
These are grams. So that'd be 1, then we have 4 grams in total. So how many do you think it would take to balance out the pencil?
4 grams.
4. Sonny?
1,000 kilograms. I mean, 1 kilogram.
Well, they're no kilograms. These are grams. So they're like 1 little gram block. So
3.
3.
40.
There's only 4 here though.
40.
You think 4? 4. Daria?
3.
3. 3.
4.
4.
4.
4. 4. 4.
4.
So we take 4, 3. Let's see how many it takes.
Okay, now both sides of the scale are completely equal. Now we want to add 1 gram plus 1 gram plus 1 gram plus 1 gram, and we're going to get 4 grams. So the mass of this pencil is 4 grams. So here we have a baseball.
Okay, so now we're moving up. We got our usual 4 grams. We got 10 grams each, and we have 100 grams. So how many do you think? How does it take to balance out the baseball bat? You think 20 grams? 15?
I think 100.
100? Travis?
40.
40? Tony? 100?
100.
100?
100.
40? Anybody else? Chloe?
100.
100? Ayana?
100.
100? Daria?
40.
40? Daria? 40? 40? 40? 40? So we got 40 and 100. Let's see.
We're going to measure the mass of this baseball by placing it on one side of the balance scale. Alright, again, we can see that the balance scale tilts. Our objective is to make sure it is completely equal or even on both sides. So let's add a 100-gram weight on the right side. You can see the balance scale move, but not enough, so we need to add a few more
It
weights.
was more than
Let's add a
100.
couple 10-gram weights. Moved a little bit. Again, we're not quite there.
Oh, it was more than 120.
Alright, now we're completely equal. Now we have to add the weight of all the weights. We have 100 and 2 tens, which is 20, and 2 122 grams. So the mass of this baseball is 122 grams. In this lesson, you have learned how to find the mass of an object by using a balance scale.
So now we're going to review. Okay, so what is a balance scale?
Gram?
No, now use grams and kilograms.
Oh.
What's that?
1,000 and
1,000 is what? Is it grams or kilograms?
kilograms.
Okay, now what are grams? Well, grams come into like all one, but they're less than a kilogram. Any questions? Anything you want to say?
So, if you are you able, so like, are you able to measure water like in a cup with 1 gram?